I'm going to go down there with the Xylon. It doesn't have that big of a tank, but it gives me the opportunity to see if this is a feasible thing we can do. Why are you going so slowly? Oh, because... I'll try that one again. And of course I fitted narrow wheels on this, although that's going to be something we see with precision farming, because precision farming now has tram lines when you're planting and all sorts of things. But again, I went for this piece of equipment because it's a smallish tractor. It's classed as a small tractor, but the tank is contained within the bounds of the tractor, and the arms or the spraying attachment is within the arms of the bounds of the tractor. So we don't need a big. We don't have a problem with hauling things behind us. It may be that I need a bigger sprayer at some point, and I might get one of the big self-propelled ones because they work. We're going to have to, when we get precision farming, we're going to have to put sensors on the spray booms so that we can spray where stuff is needed and not gain the savings of not overusing fertilizer or herbicide or lime. I don't know lime, maybe lime. So we'll see how that all works out in the coming months. As I said, for right now, I'm going to see out November 1, I think. I might do some contracts November 2, 3 and 4. We have nothing serious on the farm to sell, except now we've got bees and sheep, so honey and wool will be generated. We may save it until it's a good price, or I might sell it during winter. But not a big hurry to sell stuff, and we can move on to spring and start looking at other all the crop planting. So we'll have a little bit of field prep again. Obviously I'm getting most of it done right now. And up we go. So I'll probably bring the truck down here later. And there we go. So that seems to be a thing. Actually, I've got the thing selected at the back. So 1450, there's 550 litres in one of those and then 2000 in the other one. But the way things are mapped, it's the same button to turn things on as it is to fill things up. So if you've got a piece of equipment that you can turn on and you need to fill up the tractor or the harvester, then you have to drive up to the fuel tank or whatever, get out, get back in, and it'll say, there's a fuel tank nearby. So if you press that button, you probably want to fill it up with fuel. And then you drive out into the field and it will now say, there's nothing here to fill up from. So you have to jump out, jump back in, at which point it'll say, yes, you need you want me to turn on. So that's kind of awkward, but it is what it is. Don't think we have, I'm not sure if there is one yet, liming contracts as a contract option. It's not an option for base game. At least I don't think it's an option base game. There are new contracts out there, so yeah, that's a thing. But oh, I could do the Deadwood contract. Well, I might be able to do the Deadwood contract. I can't remember what the Deadwood contract entails. If it's just cut down dead trees, probably do that. If you have to cart them off somewhere and get rid of them, then I don't have equipment that I can do that with right now. But I do have a chainsaw, so just jumping out and chopping down the trees with X's on them is a contract I could do. Hauling logs, that used to be a very lucrative contract when Farm Sim 25 came out. I mean, you were talking like 20,000 to haul 10 logs, but they seriously cut the payments on that, so it's not actually a contract that's as worthwhile, and it does take, it's quite a job to load logs onto the back of a truck with the built-in crane. Okay. So I think if things work out good here, I might be able to pull on that field where the tractor is, where the mulcher isn't, and we'll work our way round. Let's do that. It looks like he's on. Oh, he's up at the top. Yeah, we've got loads of time, so we'll unfold that. And we will test out this liquid lime mod. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. That button there, and off we go. And look at that lime. Woo! That one. That's kind of cool. I like that. That means I do not need a spreader, except for the fact that I bought a ton of solid fertilizer, and well, I got nothing to use it in. So that was a bit of a mistake and a little bit of a waste of money. Oh well. Okay. Turn that on. Now I'm sort of expecting the mulcher to come through and erase the lime thing. What am I talking about? The lime. Oh, texture. I'm expecting the lime texture to be erased as the mulcher goes around. Oh my goodness. I've used 1,000 litres already. I might need another bucket at the store. Actually, I'll just take that turn. That's fine. So we're doing 7 miles an hour. Looks like we're out already. So fold that up. And yes, like I said, mulcher is erasing the lime. But we can check the thing. What thing are we checking? Oh, map. This is the map. And yeah, we have eliminated lime requirements. We missed that for mulching. We've missed that for mulching. That's all fine. Now if I come back here, easy, nice. So yeah, I am going to need a ton of lime. So maybe next year, not right now. I think the plan will be to haul in some consumables. I'll put them on the truck, and we'll have liquid lime, liquid fertilizer, and maybe for herbicide. I'm not entirely sure. The trick with herbicide is if you treat the fields early enough with a weeder, then you never need any herbicides. But we don't have a weeder, we don't have a hoe, we just have a sprayer. So maybe for the coming year we may stick with herbicide, but as time goes by we'll start switching. Good grief, that's a big grass field. We'll start switching towards mechanical weeding. Because, well, I don't know actually. One of the things with the herbicide is herbicide will trash your crop's yield, which is a bit of what we did in the sunflower field. But when you're playing with precision farming, you're spot weeding, so 90% of your field ends up as 100% yield, and little spots of it where the weeds were sprayed are hit with a -15 or whatever it is for farms in 25. So maybe we'll look at doing all of the liquid stuff, but having this tractor, I mean, we've already seen the doing the liquid lime. It's gonna be an uphill struggle. You're gonna have to fill up lots of times. Well, at least with fertilizer and herbicide, we're not using a great deal of it, and with precision farming, the fertilizer is metered, and the herbicide is targeted. So it's a very efficient way of doing things. Let's hit that button there, and 550. Grab another 900. Okay. So I am going to need some more lime, because this lot is just going to get me back to the beginning of the field. Fortunately, it is now 11:15. So we've proven things are working. We're mulching the field, which is going to give us a little bit of a crop yield boost, which I'm happy with. I mean, we bought the mulcher to mulch trees and what have you, so because the entrance to the sheep field was just behind a ton of brush, so I ended up walking through that with a chainsaw and the mulcher and just destroying all the trees. There wasn't much point in saving them because they were all like the scrub to the right there, just trees buried underground effectively. But in our grass field, there is a bunch of stuff that I can't do anything with. I've tried to remove it, it won't go. So we'll have to live with it for now. And I don't do editing, mods, map edits or anything like that, so I can't really remove it. I'm wondering if the map maker is going to adjust that so we can adjust, we can do things with it. But, it doesn't really matter for now. At least now I can mow it, which before I was just getting stuck on stuff. Forests are looking nice. We could buy some forest land and chop trees down and make money. I did have a bunch of trees that I needed to chop down, so I ended up... I leased a wood chipper and just chipped them up and sold the wood chips, and we still made quite good money on that. So it's not a bad thing to do. There are a couple of trees along the bottom of that field that were just in the way. And then there were about 3 in this field right in front of us with the power lines in. But that scrub there, I've tried mulching it, it doesn't go away. But there was a lot of stuff like that up in front of the tree, the sheep entrance there. You couldn't see that gate or the feeding troughs or anything. It was just buried in scrub. So you had to clean that up before you could bring the sheep in. Okay, we are back from outer space. What am I doing? That was a crazy move. Back it up. And yeah, acceleration in this tractor isn't great, but it does do the job I need it to do, so that's fine. And since the last thing I did was spray this field, in theory I could just GPS the rest of it. And we good? So we good, let's go. And I think I've only got this set up for one headland, so once we've done the headlands, all I have to do is follow the contours or the field lines. Oh, that isn't too bad. Okay. And turn it on and go. Good. How are we doing? Half a tank left. Ugh. Still, that'll do. Reverse it to the edge. Forwards. Do that. Press the go and go. So yeah, that's the other thing. The guidance steering does not work in reverse and will actually disengage, which for some of these fields is a problem because it's so steep the tractor will roll back and disengage the guidance steering. And again, we are done. Wow. So fold that up. Oh, £425 of wages. And back to the store. But that has saved the farm a little bit of money in that we don't need to buy a spreader. And if I buy a seeder or a planter that plants with fertilizer, then I can use up that solid fertilizer, at least in the first year. And if I am short of a tractor, I can take the spraying attacher off the back of this and use it as a 145 horsepower tractor for jobs around the farm. So not a bad thing. This will also take a front loader attacher as well. Although, thinking about it, if I take that tank off the front, I do have the 3-point front with PTO. I could run the windrower off this thing. There now. That would be a good plan, I think. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it here. I need to take a quick break, and I'm going to wind it up now. We'll get back to the store, we'll buy some liquid lime, and then we'll finish up for the day. I am really not doing too good with this, am I? Go. Go, go, go. There we are. Oh, crashing into a wall again. Go. Come on. Just scrape the paint off. You'll be fine. So, there we go. A funky collection of equipment here. But the farm is still going okay. I mean, we've still got 90,000 money. I need to buy a planter or seeder. I need to decide which crop I'm going to plant. And then some seed. But outside of that, I think we are exactly where we want to be, at least at the end of the first partial year. As we work into the second year, we're going to have to start turning a profit, making money. Everything we've spent so far has been purchasing things we've needed. So go up here, we'll load this up, and you need to unfold the tool, get out, get back in again. You can fill it up now. And shall I buy 2 or 3? Let's buy 3. Consumables, liquid lime. I do like this. This is another improvement. And buy. Yes. Yes, yes. Now we're below 90,000. Pull up to there, and there we go. Top off the tank. Okay, well, I am going to leave it here. I wish you all well. Our little spraying tractor is ready to return to the farm. But for now, I wish you all a good weekend. Have a good week. We'll be back next Saturday with some more Farming Simulator. Maybe with some kids in the background. But for now, I'm out of here. Have fun, everyone.